Did you know if you can still do this, your body might be aging in reverse? As we grow older, we're often told that decline is inevitable. Slower steps, stiffer joints. But what if some of that decline wasn't just about aging, but about disuse? What if there were simple ways to test your body's true age, not based on the date on your birth certificate, but on what your body can still do? In this video, we're revealing 7 movements that act as silent indicators of biological youth. These are things that, if you can still do them, suggest your body is aging far better than average. They test your strength, your coordination, your flexibility, your resilience, and they speak volumes about your long-term independence. Now here's the catch: 97% of seniors over 65 can't do all 7. Not because they're lazy, but because no one told them which abilities to watch for and how quickly they fade when not used. But if even 1 or 2 of these are still part of your physical toolbox, you may be doing better than you think. And stay with me until the end, because this list isn't just a test. It's a reminder that many signs of decline can be slowed, reversed, or prevented altogether with the right habits. Your body remembers. You just need to ask it to show up. Let's take a closer look. Indicator 1, getting up from the floor without using your hands. One of the clearest signs of youthful strength and coordination, especially after 60, is your ability to get up from the floor without using your hands. This movement doesn't just test your legs. It checks your core, your balance, your hip flexibility, and how well all those systems work together. It's not about speed or grace. It's about control. Can you lower yourself down to the floor and then stand back up, using only your legs and core for support? If so, your body is functioning far better than most your age. I remember Charlie, 78, who fell during a family picnic and wasn't hurt, but couldn't get himself back up without rolling and crawling. He told me later, that moment scared me more than the fall. He started working on getting up from a seated position every morning. Within a few weeks, he could do it again, slowly, steadily, without help. Being able to get up from the floor is about more than independence. It's about survival. Seniors who can't get up after a fall are at much higher risk of complications, not because of the injury itself, but because of the time it takes to get help. And the ability to do this movement requires 3 things: strong quadriceps, a flexible hip and knee joint, and decent balance. If any of those fade, this movement becomes difficult or even impossible. The good news? If you've lost this skill, you can work to regain it. Begin with partial movements. Practice squatting to a low chair, then standing. Use a cushion or mat to protect your knees. Build strength gently. And over time, that lost ability can come back. This isn't about impressing anyone. It's about reclaiming confidence in your body. Because the moment you know you can get yourself up from the floor on your own, you stop fearing the fall. And that kind of freedom changes how you move through your day. Indicator 2, balancing on one leg for 10 seconds without support. It may sound simple, but your ability to stand on one leg without holding on to anything just for 10 seconds is a surprisingly accurate measure of your physical age. This one movement checks a lot: your core strength, ankle stability, neuromuscular coordination, and most importantly, your balance reflexes. If you can do it without wobbling or stepping out, it suggests that your body still remembers how to stabilize itself quickly, something that often fades without us even noticing. It's not just about standing still. It's about how your body responds to micro movements, the invisible sways and shifts your muscles make to keep you upright. These tiny corrections happen in your feet, calves, hips, and back, and if they're still working together, it means your nervous system is well connected to your muscular system. Joanne, 74, told me she used to brush her teeth while standing on one leg just for fun. She stopped after noticing she felt shaky. But after adding balance work back into her daily routine, she regained her confidence. "I didn't realize how much I missed feeling steady," she said. And here's what many people don't realize. Poor balance is one of the top predictors of falls in older adults. But by practicing it, even for a few seconds a day, you can strengthen the very systems that keep you upright. To test this safely, stand near a counter or sturdy chair. Raise one foot a few inches off the ground, arms at your sides. If you can hold for 10 seconds without touching anything, you're ahead of most people your age. And if you can't yet, don't worry. Balance improves quickly with practice. Start with holding on to something, then gently reduce the support over time. Try barefoot to strengthen your feet. Shift weight from side to side. Even standing on a folded towel can activate stabilizing muscles you haven't used in years. And the benefit isn't just physical. When you feel balanced, you move through your day with more certainty. you trust yourself more. And that quiet trust radiates into everything. How you walk, how you turn, how you respond to sudden shifts. So if you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds, or if you're working your way back to it, you're doing more than balancing. You're building resilience where it matters most. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Indicator 3, climbing stairs without stopping or holding the railing. Being able to walk up a flight of stairs without using the railing, without pausing to catch your breath, is one of the clearest signs that your cardiovascular system, leg strength, and coordination are aging well. Stair climbing might seem routine, but it's a full body task. Your heart needs to pump efficiently. Your lungs need to keep pace. Your quads, calves, glutes, and hips all have to fire in sequence. And your brain, it's making micro adjustments to keep your balance every step of the way. Most seniors slow down on stairs not because they're lazy, but because one or more of those systems has quietly weakened. And that's what makes this indicator so useful. If you can climb stairs without holding on or resting, it's a sign your body is still working together in a coordinated, efficient way. There's a man I used to see at the community center, Mark, 81, who always took the stairs 2 at a time. I asked him once why he didn't take the elevator. He smiled and said, "If I stop climbing now, I'll forget how." He treated it as a daily reminder that he could still do hard things, and that's a powerful mindset to carry into older age. Now let's be clear, using the railing doesn't mean you've failed, but not needing it, that's the key. If you feel confident going up without grabbing, that tells you a lot about your strength and balance. And if you're not there yet, training toward it can help rebuild the systems that age tends to take from us. You can start by strengthening the key muscles, bodyweight squats, step-ups on a low stair, even sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands. Then gradually increase stair repetitions. At first, hold the rail. As you gain confidence, use it less. And don't forget your breath. If you're gasping after just a few steps, that's a signal your heart and lungs need more daily movement. Walking, especially brisk walking, helps build the endurance needed for stair climbing. Stairs are one of the last true tests of physical independence. They're a daily obstacle in many homes, and the ability to handle them means you can live safely and confidently without assistance. So the next time you take the stairs, whether it's 3 steps or a full flight, notice how you feel. Are you steady? Are you strong? Are you breathing well? If the answer is yes, that's not just fitness. That's functional youth. And that's worth celebrating. Indicator 4, sitting and standing from a chair repeatedly, without using your hands. At first glance, this might not seem like much, but your ability to sit down in a chair and then stand back up again and again without using your hands says more about your real-world strength and independence than almost any other test. Why? Because this movement mimics everyday life. Getting up from the toilet, rising from the couch, sitting down at a dinner table. These are the moments most people take for granted until the day comes when they can't do them without pushing off with both hands or leaning hard on the armrests. When you can rise from a chair using only your legs, you're showing strong quadriceps, a stable core, flexible hips, and solid coordination. It also means you're less likely to fall during transitions, the in-between moments that so often lead to injury. I once worked with a man named Robert, 83, who said, "I don't mind getting older, I just don't want to need help standing up." We tested how many unassisted chair stands he could do in 30 seconds. At first, it was only 3, but after a few weeks of daily practice, he got to 10. More importantly, he said he felt less afraid to go out. "I know I can get up if I sit down somewhere," he told me. That's real freedom. This test is simple to try. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and arms crossed over your chest. Try to stand up fully, then sit back down gently without using your hands. Can you do it 5 times in a row? 10? If so, you're ahead of most people your age. And if it's difficult, don't let that discourage you. That's your signal, not of failure, but of where to begin. You can build strength with supported squats, slow descents to a cushion, or just doing 1 or 2 reps each day. Over time, you'll improve. This isn't about exercise for exercise's sake. It's about reclaiming ownership of your daily life. The ability to rise from a chair doesn't just keep you safe, it keeps you confident. It means you can live without constantly wondering, what if I can't get up? And confidence in your body, especially in your 70s and 80s, is one of the most underrated sources of joy. So whether you're doing this now or just starting to build toward it, remember every time you stand up without help, you're standing up for your independence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Indicator 5, touching your toes while standing with knees straight. This one might surprise you. If you can touch your toes while standing with your knees straight, you're not just flexible, you're preserving a youthful range of motion that most people lose by their 60s. Toe touching isn't about circus tricks or gym class nostalgia. It's about functional flexibility. When you bend forward and reach toward your toes, you're testing your hamstrings, your calves, your lower back, and your spinal mobility all in one smooth, continuous motion. And here's the key, you're also testing the connection between your brain and your body. How well your muscles stretch and release without strain. How freely your spine moves without resistance. How confident you feel folding forward and coming back up without losing balance. Nancy, 77, told me she hadn't tried touching her toes in over 20 years. One day, out of curiosity, she gave it a shot. I didn't make it all the way, she said, but I got past my knees. And now I stretch every morning just to see if I can go a little farther. Within 2 months, her fingertips brushed the tops of her feet. It's not about showing off, she told me. It's about knowing I can still move. Tight hamstrings, a stiff back, or a rigid nervous system can all limit this movement. And once flexibility starts to decline, it affects everything. How easily you bend to tie your shoes, reach down to pick something up, or get in and out of the car. If you can touch your toes today, protect that ability. Stretch daily. Breathe into the movement. Let your body know it's still safe to move fully. If you can't do it yet, don't worry. Stand tall, reach slowly, and stop wherever you naturally hit resistance. Progress isn't about forcing, it's about showing up with patience. And here's a tip, flexibility isn't just physical, it's also emotional. People who remain flexible in body often stay more open in spirit, more curious, more willing to adjust to life's shifts without snapping. So whether your fingertips hit your toes or just your shins, the real value is in the reaching. It's the message it sends your body, I still want to move. I still want to bend. I still want to live fully in this body for as long as I'm given. Indicator 6, carrying a loaded grocery bag for 1 full minute without fatigue. It's one thing to lift a light bag. It's another to carry something a bit heavier, like a full grocery sack, without needing to stop, shake out your arms, or shift the weight from hand to hand. If you can carry a loaded bag for 1 full minute without strain, that's a strong sign your body is aging well. This test reflects grip strength, forearm endurance, shoulder stability, and core control, all of which tend to decline rapidly after 60 if not maintained. But there's more to it than just muscles. Carrying weight also tests your ability to stabilize your posture under load. It challenges your breathing rhythm, your spinal alignment, and even your balance as you move. And here's something most folks don't realize. Grip strength is one of the most predictive markers of longevity. Not because it's flashy, but because it reflects the overall integrity of your nervous system and muscular coordination. I met a woman named Sharon, 70, who said she'd been dropping things more often. Coffee cups, shopping bags, even her keys. She didn't feel weak, just clumsy. We started testing her grip with small hand weights and grocery bags. At first, her hands tired out in 15 seconds. But after practicing daily squeezes, short carries, and even wringing towels by hand, her strength returned. I didn't realize how much I relied on my hands until they started letting go, she told me. To try this test at home, fill a standard shopping bag with a few cans, a water bottle or produce, roughly 10 to 15 pounds. Set a timer. Pick it up with one hand. Walk around slowly or simply stand tall. Can you hold it steady for 60 seconds without dropping it, setting it down, or shaking out your arm? Then switch hands. If you can do that comfortably, your body is telling you it still knows how to bear load, an essential skill for independence. If you struggle, don't worry. Start with lighter loads and build up. Practice carrying while walking slowly across a room. Add time as you go. Carrying strength isn't just for shopping trips. It's about real-life tasks. Taking out the trash, lifting a laundry basket, holding a grandchild. When you can carry with confidence, you move through your world with less hesitation, less fear, and far more freedom. And every step you take while holding weight reminds your body of its resilience. You're not just moving, you're proving to yourself that strength doesn't have to fade. It just has to be used. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Indicator 7, performing a full body weight squat with proper form. If you can lower your body into a full squat, feet flat, knees aligned, chest lifted, and then rise back up smoothly without wobbling or pushing off your thighs, you are doing something most people your age cannot. The full squat is often called the king of movements for a reason. It engages your ankles, knees, hips, spine, core, and even your feet, all working together in a single fluid action. And it's not just a fitness test. It's a reflection of how well your body can handle real-world demands, picking something up, reaching low, sitting down, getting up. It also tells us about your joint health and muscular balance. If your hips are tight, or your knees are weak, or your lower back is stiff, the squat will show it. That's why it's such a powerful indicator. And more importantly, it's a predictor of mobility longevity. People who can still squat deeply tend to live more independently and suffer fewer lower body injuries as they age. I remember Thomas, 73, who had trouble getting in and out of his car. His daughter suggested doing squats next to the kitchen counter, using it for balance. At first, he barely got halfway down, but within weeks, he built strength and flexibility. I didn't realize how much I avoided bending, he told me. Now I don't think twice. To test your squat, stand with feet shoulder width apart. Keep your heels down as you slowly bend your knees and push your hips back, like sitting in an invisible chair. Go as low as you can with control, then rise back up. Can you do this without pain, without leaning forward, without using your arms for help? If yes, you're ahead of the curve. If not, you can build back the ability. Start with a partial range of motion, using a sturdy chair behind you. Practice lowering to it and rising up without your hands. Flexibility in the hips and ankles is key here. So is strength in your thighs and glutes. Gentle stretches, step-ups, and chair squats all help rebuild the foundation. And what's amazing is how this one movement impacts daily life. From gardening to bathing to playing with grandkids on the floor, it all starts with your ability to squat. So don't let anyone tell you squats are just for athletes. They're for anyone who wants to live well, move confidently, and age in reverse. Because when you still have the strength to lower and lift your body with ease, you're not just maintaining mobility, you're reclaiming it. Final thoughts. So let's take a moment to reflect. How many of these 7 movements can you still do? Which one challenged you the most? And more importantly, which one gave you hope that your body might be stronger than you thought? Here's what I want you to remember. This isn't a pass or fail test. It's a wake-up call. A quiet reminder that aging doesn't happen overnight. It happens through habits, choices, and whether or not we keep asking our bodies to move, adapt, and support us. Even if you couldn't do most of these today, that doesn't mean you never will. The human body, even in our 60s, 70s, or 80s, is astonishingly responsive. And often, all it needs is a consistent, gentle nudge in the right direction. Maybe you start by standing up from a chair without your hands. Maybe you practice balancing on one leg while brushing your teeth. Maybe you carry a light bag around the house for 30 seconds. These small efforts aren't just movements. They're messages to your body that say, I still want this. I still believe in what you can do. Because when you choose to challenge yourself, even in small ways, you're choosing vitality over stagnation. You're choosing engagement over decline. You're choosing to live, not just longer, but better. And the truth is, most people never get told what to look for when it comes to aging well. That's why this video exists, to give you a clear, hopeful, and realistic way to measure where you are and what you can do about it. So take this list as encouragement, not judgment. Your body might not be perfect, but if it's willing, that's enough. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.